If you hate your flash and all you want to do is throw it out the window, just hang on a minute, because today I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can create beautiful and soft portraits using nothing but your flash and an umbrella. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to use your flash, you don't want to miss this. Now guys, I gotta admit that this is not the ideal situation. I live in a very small apartment, so I had to like move everything around. But I just wanted to get the video done because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So I've got my umbrella here that I've set up. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Just got my stool over here, down there. And then on the other side, I've just got my camera set up here on the tripod. I just got another one of the Manfrotto compact tripods that I really love. It's just really easy and lightweight. Shooting with my Canon 6D today. So with the Godox V1. Okay, so my settings are 5.6, 125 shutter and 200 ISO, and I've got the flash at just half power. Okay. So the way I actually focus the camera, because my camera here, which is the old 6D, which is very old and it doesn't have AI focus. So what I do, I use one of my old lighting stands to focus with. So first do autofocus and then I switch it to manual. And there we go. The first setup I'm going to show you is with the very humble translucent umbrella here. First things that I ever bought when I decided to do photography. I haven't had it out in a few years, but I'm really excited to start using it again because it creates a beautiful soft light. And if you use it in a few different ways, you can get different sort of results. So, and I'm going to pair it today with the Godox V1, which I'm going to face away from me, so it basically goes through the umbrella and bounces off the walls and the ceiling and everything, and that just adds another layer of diffusion. The front panel here is actually a panel that the diffusion panel that I've borrowed from my Elinchrom umbrella. I've got a second one, and if you don't have something like this, you can either go and get one. I don't think it's more than about $60 online, or you can just use like a sheet, a translucent piece of fabric, or even a sheer shower curtain from Kmart or something like that, which I think is like $10. So, and what that does, it just obviously diffuses the light that comes back towards me as well. So let's get started. Let's do setup number 2. Okay, so because I don't want a really contrasty light or something with a lot of shadows, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to create really soft light, which sometimes means compromising the shadows. I know shadows are great, but for this exercise, I just want to create really beautiful soft lights. When I had it over here, I was creating a lot of shadow on the one side of my face, and I don't want to do that. I'm actually going to move the light as far as I can this way in front of me. Still pretty close, and I'm just going to check that it's not in the way. Feather it a little bit. Okay, let's go. And because it's getting spread out so much and it's going to bounce off everything as well from the back, I'm going to get like spill that's coming, so it's going to be quite a soft look. Let's do that. Alright guys, that's the second setup done. It's just a really easy way to create really beautiful soft portraits, but you still have a bit of contrast in there, so they're not like flat or anything. Also, this setup is really good for if you have a client or your subject has glasses. Let's do the last one. Alright, so I know that I said I was going to use the umbrella for all 3, but actually I'm going to show you a way to create soft light without using any modifiers. This is a great trick if you are shooting weddings or events, birthday parties, things like that, and you don't really know where you're going to be shooting or what the lighting conditions are going to be like. So it's always really handy to have a flash in your back pocket or in your backpack that you can just quickly set up. Alright guys, so all I'm going to do is place the flash just sort of behind my camera or next to it, and then I'm going to just point it towards the back wall. And that will basically just bounce off all the light and hopefully hit me over here. So I'll adjust as I go, but this is where I start. I'm going to turn the light up to about, let's say, half the power again, because again we are bouncing the light, so that sometimes means we need a bit more power. So I'm going to turn that back to about half power and start from there. My settings have not changed, they're still the same, just so you know. Okay, so that's how I create soft, beautiful portraits just about anywhere I go with my flash. And if you want to know how to do it on location, just check out this next video right here.